Bam, we're live. Dave, you brought that up real quick.
Sorry, I was testing. My bad.
Oh, man. This is going to be a fun week, man. I'm so excited. We got to see who the first people to come on here is because it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful night here.
Yeah.
Let me post this to a couple different places. Dave, check the comments and see who's on because we got some giveaways we're doing tonight, man. Bob Tarpey.
Take him off.
Oh, Sean coming in second.
Angel, happy Tuesday. Who else we got?
Shared here to a couple groups. East Coast Steak Mob. Internet's slowly starting to slow down. I can feel it already.
Tyler, I was first. Tyler, you weren't first.
Jim Hudgens in the house.
Kate, Brandon. What's up, everybody?
Man, we got a fun episode here tonight. Man, we're up to 19 people already. We got two of the biggest celebrities in SCA on here tonight.
Yes. Stay tuned for a eventful night. Got some giveaways. Got some good stuff going on.
Got some good stuff going on.
Give a little shout out to Booster Barbecue. Check them guys out. Good people. Got some good stuff. Also, they are carrying the Arkassippi combo. Get your hands on that. Use a Q-Chat code. Get 10% off.
It's gonna be a good one. That's the guys who we got actually on tonight. We'll go ahead and slide into there as we got a lot of people on here. We got Ed Gent on here, and let's go ahead and bring on here. We got Mr. John Lindsey and Mr. Hotty Toddy himself, Ronald Burns, on the show tonight, man. Oh, it's so good to see you guys again.
Always good to see you, and always good to be on here with Mr. Hotty Toddy himself, Ronald Burns. Good to see y'all tonight. We're glad to be on.
Yeah, guys, we certainly looking forward to the show tonight. Appreciate you guys. It's always good to come together with guys that have shows similar to ours, and we're just happy to be here.
Absolutely. We thank you guys for being on here. John, it's your second time back on the show, man. Ronald, it's your first. And we're just as excited. Kind of start this whole thing off like we do a little bit. John, we know a lot about you. Ronald, tell us a little bit about yourself here and introduce yourself a little bit.
Yes, I'm Ronald Burns of the Hotty Toddy Barbecue Steak Crew. We started barbecue competitions back in probably about 2007, 8. Me and my two sons and a friend of ours. And we did it just to really have something to do. And, of course, it evolved into, the competition thing that we practiced. And we won multiple grand champions, walked the stage at a lot of the big shows. We were at the Jack and American Royal. And man, those were two great events. And then we just started testing the water of the SCA back in 2017 and cooked 2-3 events maybe. And every event I went to, I just decided that, man, this is growing on me. And 18, we cooked a few more. And then 19, we cooked a few more. And then 2020, I cooked 60 contests. So it's a great deal. I tell you, my paths of cooking barbecue and steak has put a lot of great people in my life, in our life. Melissa and I, of course, Melissa cooks with me as well, and my two boys, and then there's a few friends of ours that cooks with us, and we started that thing out together, just having fun and cooking a steak. And man, it's evolved into real serious competition, and John Lindsey and I cooked barbecue against each other for probably 3 or 4 years there, and we never met each other or talked to each other. We met each other at the state contest, and the rest is history.
Yep.
Wow. And now you two are just dominating the SCA world. I don't think there's a single team that's not using something from the Arkassippi combo.
Absolutely.
Man, we've been absolutely just blessed with great friends and a great platform with the SCA. Ronald, I don't know that we could have ever done what we've done in barbecue. I just don't know. It just wasn't our timing. Now, Ronald's a great. Don't ever let him kid you. If there is a modest guy on the face of this earth, it's Ronald Burns. Me and him have different roles on our show. I'm the loudmouth, the one that's the little extra talking because I'm trying to keep things rolling, and Ronald's always the one that's the straight guy that's always got the answers. And we play those roles real well, and that's on purpose. We do that for a reason. But now he has a little tendency to be a little quieter than I am. But I'm going to tell you something. I want to brag on him just a minute. He's one of the best barbecue cooks, probably in the nation, but for sure in the Mid-South, if he wanted to do that. But I think he, along with me at one time, we got to made a decision that this steak thing was growing. We wanted to be a part of this, and we loved the camaraderie and the people, and we could actually have a little more time. And the way this thing is developing now, it's just been so good to us. And I want to say to all the Arkassippi nation that's out here on this with us tonight, I'm watching them scroll up and down here. Anybody that's ever bought a rub, took a class, watched our show, watched a YouTube channel, watched a video, come to our trailer and said hello, whatever, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, we love you and we're thankful for you every day. And thank you for allowing us to have a little bit of presence here to do something. It means so much to us. And thankful for you, Ronald Burns.
Yes, sir.
Just want to say
Same thing to you, brother. Same thing to you, brother.
Jake, why did you talk about me like that? Come on.
It's funny. Dave and I were talking. We were kind of comparing each other. I'm like, Dave, you kind of sit there and drink your tea, and I'm the one that's running my mouth and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, we ought to call Q Chat, the show where Jake digs a hole and Dave watches.
I feel like Ronald Burns myself. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you got to cook like him too to get a couple more of those wins on you.
I'm trying.
No, guys, just to ditto what John said. I mean, John and I compliment each other so well that we have a lot in common. We both love to compete. We both love to help people. And, like I told you, before we got on, we started Arkassippi Smoke Live back in March, really just to have something to do and also to give people something to do. Everybody was stuck at home and eating takeout and drive through. And so we started that really just to have something to do. And as it evolved, we ended up with some great content, great tips. And we hope to continue that because we certainly enjoy helping people. And guys, just hang on. There's a lot coming down the pipe for John Lindsey and Ronald Burns on our Arkassippi Smoke Live and some things we're going to be doing. We're constantly thinking about how we can expand and how we can continue to help people and maybe do it in a little different way than your normal thing, So we're always talking about how can we help somebody and how can we help grow this sport because man, where else can you go and set up, cook, and meet the people that we've met? I mean, it's just phenomenal.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful, wonderful sport and all we're involved in. And, people like you all and people like the Garretts and, people like Sean McColligan and people like Scott McDonald and, all these guys that are on here. Everyone's it's a family, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
It sure is.
But let's start off here real quick. I want to kind of ask you guys, dig in a little bit here. You guys each have your own seasoning line, and together you guys have the Arkassippi combo. Which one of you guys started, with the seasonings well? I mean, we're going to get into like how you guys, paired them up to be, so matchable together. Who started, playing around the seasonings and all first?
Well, Ronald, I think probably you probably had your seasonings out but way before me. I'll let you take this and then I'll fill them in. I'll fill in the backstory on this. So you start out there, bro.
Yeah, sure. We started out, I'm going to guess probably 2012, 11, 12 in there. I started just kind of tinkering with some blends. The first one that I released actually was my rib rub. That was the first one. And I called it rib rub because that's what we used it on was ribs. Now, the label is a little deceiving, and and I've thought about changing it over time, but locally in my area, everybody knows the rib rub, and it's not just for ribs. Obviously, I've got people that actually just use the rib rub on steaks, hamburgers, pork chops, you name it. It's got a good sweet taste with a little kick on the back, and it's kind of the way I developed it and worked with it. And then the next one that I actually came out with was a more of a salt based, which was actually I did that for my briskets, which was the Bovine Delight, which is a hidden secret in with itself. It's got a ton of blends in there that really I developed for brisket, like I said, and for it to come over and do as well as it does on steaks. And then I actually came up with the 38 special, which it was a little different blend, had color to it, and had a little bit more pepper to it than the Bovine Delight. At that point, I was really set with what I had, and I was using it. There was a few other people using it, and really what broke the stage for me when we started cooking steaks was that I wanted something that would blend with about anything. And I worked through probably 14 or 15 samples before I got what I wanted. And working with a bottler on that, and I actually took it to deer camp in Illinois, I guess in 2019, and we tried it on. Well, I was down to 2 samples. We tried it on fish, pork chops, steak, hamburgers, chicken, you name it. We tried it on it, and I come out of there with that. I wanted to go with number 4, and that was in November. And then in January of 2020, we rolled out the Climax AP for its first use. Brian Crusoe and I both won the shed with the Climax, and man, the rest is history. That stuff has really broke it open. And the funny thing about that, John and I have talked about it, personally, but for us not to talk about developing seasonings, I'd already had mine developed. Of course, then I came out with the sauce later. But when John and I got together and started cooking, it was just unbelievable of how well that his steak shake, his big red beef went right in with my bovine, with my Climax, with my it's almost like that we were sitting at the table trying to figure out these blends, because you can pair them together. And of course, you guys, we're all about layering the flavor, and you can layer those flavors, and one does not overshadow the other. And that's almost unbelievable, to be honest with you. It's just almost like, we sat at the table and figured it out, but we didn't. But it's worked out. It's worked out really well. We all have different uses of how we use the combo. Everybody uses it a little bit different, but man, you can take any 2, 3, 4 of those combined, ever how you want to do it, and man, they just blend so well together, and that's what makes that Arkassippi combo powerful.
Yeah, that's the scary thing. There's so many different variants of doing it. I mean, I just had on burgers, John. You commented on a gentleman. He did I forget who it was, but he did Poncho and Lefty's SPG Black. He did the Bovine Bold, and then what was it? Big Red.
Big Red.
And I saw him do that, and I'm like, I'm having burgers tonight for dinner. I'm going to do the same thing. And I just had leftovers again tonight. I'm like, holy smokes, man, it's just so good.
Well, here's the thing. There's some things that the good Lord just works out way before you even know he's working them out. And that's what happened right here with our stuff, because we couldn't put something bigger than us was working in this thing, because there wouldn't be anyway. It's just like Ronald said. We knew that in competition, you've got to have rubs that you can layer to get the flavors. And this Arkassippi combo is all about layering flavors. It's like, Jake, how do you layer your Arkassippi combo? I mean, there's a lot of different ways. If you want to throw a black garlic in the mix with it, if you want to throw a Mark Lambert Texas beef, if you want to throw a Big Jim Hudgens steak rub, if you want to throw in a Townsend Spice and Supply Greek, whatever, if you can layer that Arkassippi combo on, it'll set your base up for anything you want to do and bring you the flavor. And then you can come over the top of that and you can have all kinds of unique things. And the goal for me and Ronald is to show folks how to layer. The whole word is the layering technique with these Arkassippi combos. And he uses his a little bit different than I do on steak. I use 4 of them on steak. Now, of course, the steak shake was my first one, came out about January last year. And then I had my class come out right behind that. See, I wasn't going to get in the rub business. I didn't want to be in the rub business. That wasn't the goal. But I put a class out with Barbecue Champs Academy.
Did you? I don't know. I didn't know about that.
Well, in that class, I wasn't going to lie about it. I'm using all queued up steak shake in that class. That's what I was using for all those wins, all those times that I, was on the circuit and, points champion runner up, all the stuff that we did, those 100+ contests, steak shake was on those steaks. And I wasn't going to tell somebody I'm using something else. I had to be honest. And so if I was going to do a class, I had to put the rub out. Well, then the big red beef was my brisket rub. And you can take that big red beef and put it with the bovine on brisket, and it'll blow your doors off. I mean, it's and then you can layer the climax or the steak shake down first and then put those two on top. And it brings it out. It makes all the difference in the world. It was my brisket rub, and it's become the steak rub that's really putting the colors on and doing those things. And I think, Ronald will tell you that I think he uses it a certain way. I use it a certain way. And then we came out with the barbecue rub, which is probably our most underrated rub. But if you like Cimarron Docks, or if you like the Eat Barbecue, this rub right here is going to be similar, but it's going to hit on all notes. It's not overly sweet, but it's sweet. It's not overly salty, but it's salty. It's just all the different stuff. And then our big surprise, Ronald, has been the Rockin' Rooster.
Yep,
love it.
We had some chicken wings.
Well, here's the deal. When most people don't know us they know us as steak, but we've sold as much of this as anything we've got. And I get comments, people every week. This right here, there's no, we won no telling how much chicken with this over the years. It's a great rub, and so I'm not saying it because it's ours. I'm just saying we love the product and we believe in it, and we have to watch it sometimes because I get real excited, and Ronald does too. We've got a great product and we love it, but other people's got great products. But the thing about it is, with ours, you can layer ours down, come back over the top of it with something that you've got to make your own unique flavor, and the judges can be wowed. And if you start with balanced flavors, and Ronald, I don't know about you, but when I go to that judging tent, I don't want the judge to get a bite of salt. I don't want them to have too much garlic. I want them to have a layer of flavors that is balanced all the way around. I think that's what wins, brothers.
Yeah,
I really
exactly.
And see, I never learned anything like that until I took your class, John, and tried layering and doing light dustings, and less is seriously more, especially with steak. You're used to I'm coming from the KCBS background where you're trying to get a lot of flavor in there, but with steak you just want one mild, a really just good steak. And I've tried it, layering it a couple of different ways, and I've taken took your class and then got a saw blade the following weekend, with something that I'm doing completely different. I took that to a couple more contests. Some people were saying it's a little too peppery. I mixed it up a little bit out now, and now I got a little bit more of a balanced flavor that your all's rubs it's incredible what they produce.
We appreciate that. And if you'll always remember, balance wins in a judge. If you can get in that first 10 minute, I'm giving a little secret away here, but it doesn't, we've turned in front, back, whatever. But if you there's some things that we might do if we know we're going to be late on a steak, but if you can get in that first 10, 12 minute of that turn in window, get you the most balanced flavor you can get and turn it into a judge. They love it. And that's what we try to do.
Absolutely. We've seen it.
we got a couple giveaways here. We're 20 minutes in. Let's go ahead and get one of these things because you guys are doing two, and then Dave and I are actually going to do one as well. So we can balance these out throughout the show here. Let's go ahead and try one out here.
Well, you want to give away the Arkassippi chicken combo?
It's up to you, sir.
All right. There we go. We got the Rockin' Rooster in Climax AP. This is what Ranger Rob called them. He's on here tonight. Ashley Henson used on turkeys and chicken and everything during the holidays, and people really liked it. And this is what me and Ronald use. We call it the chicken combo, Arkassippi chicken combo, Climax AP, Rockin' Rooster. And we'll give this away to your viewers tonight. We'll get it in the mail to them, whoever gets the questions right.
All right, so you guys do these live giveaways. What are you thinking? So everyone's got to quiet down on the chat.
Yep, everybody quiets down on chat. Be sure and don't you can have your hands on the keyboards, but now don't be typing because we're going to ask somebody to come in here in a minute.
And I got my camera here so we can take a picture of the first one.
First one pops in. Do you have a trivia question, Jake or Dave?
I don't. I mean, we got one for ours. I don't have one.
Hey, I've got the first one, John. You take the second one.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, let everybody quieten down here just a little bit on the comments.
Yep.
And I've got the first one.
We're pretty good. You're all
right,
Arkassippi.
you ready to go?
Here we go, folks.
Okay, the first one that answers this question will get the Arkassippi combo chicken combo, I guess. And the question is, what instrument did John Lindsey play in the band?
I actually know this one, believe it or not. I remember our first episode together.
Let's see.
Yeah, yep. Everybody, most people know I played in rock and country music bands. Well, guitar won't get it. That's some sort of guitar. Let's put it that way. Juice harp.
Oh, no. Clint Burns.
Clint Burns,
CB Howard.
Looks like CB Howard.
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. Bass guitar. I'm a bass player.
What did Brett say? Juice harp.
Juice harp. Don't think so, man.
Where's Juice harp at?
Brett said it.
Clint said don't give it to him if he won. Ha ha. So
Clint did win. He did.
Yeah. So
Clint win.
Ever who was the first one? I mean,
looks
the second
like
one.
Howard.
CB Howard.
CB Howard, right there.
Brent Howard.
CB Howard. Yeah, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. There you go. We'll get it out. I know how to get a hold of Brent Howard, so we'll get him some.
You never would have thought I was going to ask that question, did you?
No, I didn't.
That was a good one, man. That was a good one. Dave, you got any musical talents we can quiz people on?
Yeah. I tried to play the banjo. That didn't work out too well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, I had to quit playing music. I played music with Billy Joe Royal, some of the country star, Ronnie McDowell. Been on stage with T. Graham Brown. Played with some of those guys over the years, but I had my own band for a long time. Got some YouTube videos out there. But the deal is when you start
where
steak
do you find those hiding?
when you start steak cooking, you just quit all the rest of it, and we got that passion, and we haven't done that in a long time. So it's we're just so busy on everything else, we can't do it all.
I got it. What was your band called, John? I kind of got to find this now.
Well, there's one there. You can just look up John Lindsey on Beale Street. That's one I was with Darrell Williams and the Memphis All-Stars over at the Pepsi Pavilion on Beale Street a couple times. It's out there. It was a pretty good little show that we did over there. Pretty neat.
Crazy.
That's how we got the name Rockin' Rooster. We had to rock it up a little bit.
Is that it?
That's it right there. Yeah, we're sitting over there.
That's awesome, man. Nice shorts.
Yeah, that's been a few years. That was in 13, I believe.
Wow.
That's awesome, man. You're rocking it. So I gotta ask, how do you guys mess with the rooster combo or the chicken combo? Since we just gave it out there, do you do a base layer of the climax and then follow it with the rockin' rooster? Because I'm gonna play around with this.
Well, Ronald's great chicken cook. He can tell you first of all what he does, and
that's what we do. Is I use the Climax as a base, and then actually if I'm cooking legs or thighs, I'm going to pull the skin back and put that Climax right on the meat because that's where you want the flavor to be. And then I'll pull that skin back up and put that Rockin' Rooster on there for the taste and the color. And man, that's a great combo right there. Even on chicken tenders, any type chicken, it works well. Turkey, it works well. We've seen Rob and Ashley do that on turkeys, and so it'll work well on any of that stuff.
We did a lot. And Robert Collins said, give it a good dust and a Climax, let it set for a few minutes, and add the rooster on top. And that's kind of what I'm going to do. This Rockin' Rooster will have some citrus notes in it. It's actually really good on fish too, but it's got just enough. It's a little sweet, little heat, little salt. Got just enough citrus for you to know it's in there. Nothing overpowering. And with that Climax, it works really good. So if anybody tries that hasn't tried it, please let us know. We'd love to hear the feedback.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've done it on wings twice. I haven't used the Climax yet, but I've used the Rockin' Rooster on wings. Because when you announced it, you said this has won a lot of wing competitions. So I had to try it out on there, and we put a little barbecue beef sauce on, and oh man, it was delicious.
Well, and a lot of folks don't know that in 2019, we most everybody knows we were the points champion runner up for 19 for the SCA. But the thing about it is we cooked ancillary that year too, and we were fourth place in the nation in the ancillary category, and we got every one of those pretty much, with the exception of one or two, cooking chicken. We cooked chicken thighs, we cooked chicken wings. We've done 2 or 3 several really good contests, and this stuff right here was on that, and we used this style rub when we cooked our competition chicken when we were in KCBS. So it works really good, and we love the rub, and does great with the Climax, and layer the flavors and enjoy it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You got some work, Jake.
Yeah, man, we do, man. We got some big expectations to live up to. We got to ask about the new charcoal sponsor. You guys just rolled out with a big deal this year.
Yeah, Jake, that was just a phenomenal day when John and I both were named to the Royal Oak 2021 team, and man, we are super excited. We had Craig on last night, and we're going to be talking and doing some big things with him and Royal Oak. We're just I can't tell you how excited we are. Number one, to know that your charcoal sponsor is willing to come and shoot some videos with you and have you shoot videos, and basically it's a partnership. It's not just you promoting their product. They're about helping promote you and your product, your brand as well. So, man, we are super pumped for 2021 with Royal Oak and looking forward to that partnership.
And Craig and Royal Oak share the same philosophy that me and Ronald does with our Arkassippi group. We're not just about, of course, number one, we're just glad to be a part of things. That's first step. And number two, we want to help folks. We've got people that we want to invest in, that we love to help and be a part of things. And then number three, we want to help build someone else's brand along with building ours. We think when we build as a network and as a team, we just do it together and we can do it better. Absolutely. And as you saw this week, I guess it was last Friday, I hope you guys saw it. We've got a lot of views on that video, but we rolled out the 2021 version of Team Arkassippi, America's team.
That was a good video. I like that. That was good.
Well, I'm going to tell you, some great folks and some wonderful cooks on there, some rising stars is what you want to call them in the SCA. Some folks that don't cook quite as much competition barbecue, but they're brand ambassadors that have helped us so much, and they're going to do some great things for the brand. But we've got some rising SCA stars on there that's going to knock some people's lights out and already doing it. And we're excited to see them develop in any way we can bring them in. We're going to let them help develop their brands along with our brand. It's going to be a great thing. We're looking forward to it. And there's Caitlin Crane right there, Miss Arkassippi herself. And she is one of the biggest cheerleaders on this thing. Her and her husband, Brandon, great folks. And big things coming from her. And we got a bunch of them like her on the team. We're just excited about it.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
So, daggone, I don't even know where to go from here.
Hey, Jake, one thing that you were talking about, but before I forget it, a few minutes ago, we was talking about the layering of flavors. The difference in what and how we cook a steak for a competition is a little bit different than how we cook, a steak at home. Mm-hmm. People can't believe when they come by and watch us cook, the amount of seasoning that we put on that steak, and they were thinking, there's no way I'm gonna, you're gonna be able to eat that. Right. But the way the style we cook, you lose a lot of that in the cooking process. And by the way, if you and I are going to be eating a steak at home, I'm going to be cutting a pretty good sized bite to eat. Right. Mm-hmm. And those judges are going to be eating a bite about the size of your thumbnail. Mm-hmm. So you got to pack all the flavor you can get, into that one bite, much like barbecue. If somebody's going to take one bite of rib or one bite of chicken, but they're going to take a little bit bigger bite than what these judges take on the steak contest. Mm-hmm. So you got to pack all the flavor and layer all the flavors you can on there to make sure that they get that blended flavor that you want.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. And, we, like I said, I've been playing around with it. I got that, trophy after taking John's class, and I changed up everything I'm doing because I get a lot of people try it, and they just kept saying there's a little bit too much spice, and my scores reflected it, and changed them up here, and I haven't competed with it yet. But, man, that Arkassippi combo, I gave in full bore into it, and now I can't believe the results I'm getting off my stuff.
Well, I saw the big saw blades you come home with, and I was envious when you brought the hardware home there, brother.
He's going to show us.
I got it here.
We got to go up. We got to get up there, John. I like to have one of those. Yeah.
Oh, they're nice.
Now let me tell you. There's a video out. We've got it on the Arkassippi group page, and the actual the page and the group page and the regular Arkassippi page both. That shows you how to layer the flavors with the Arkassippi combo. It's showing you how to use 4 rubs on a steak and basically the amounts we use. And that was actually shot in a competition trailer when we're cooking a competition steak. So anyway, I guess what I'm saying is that video holds true. That's the non-presentation side. We do a few little things different on the presentation side. My barbecue class, champs class shows all of that technique, but we want to show everybody how to layer flavors. That's the goal of this thing. And hey, Angel Todd asked a minute ago, if you don't care,
Go ahead.
Came with America's team, Ronald? I just got to know there's a story behind this one, and we're not going to say a whole lot about it. But somebody came up to us, and everybody thinks we put that tag on there. We didn't. We've been tagged, folks. That somebody tagged us. That we've got teams in California, North Carolina, all the way up north, Utah, Pennsylvania, all the way through to Florida, Texas. So we encompass a lot of territory there. But somebody come up and they were asking about it, and they said, you guys are America's team. And somebody heard that, and man, it really stuck at Laurel, Mississippi, didn't it, Ron?
Yeah, it did, and we've had teammates out there that are putting together some great logos using our Arkassippi logo and the American flag kind of in the background, and man, it's been crazy, but man, we just like John said a few minutes ago, we couldn't be more thrilled about this team, man. I mean, last year we released that on the show. Last year this team as a total won 39 SCA stake events, over 300 top 10s, 15 or 16 first places in ancillary, and about 60 top 5s in ancillary. I think 3 members in the top 10 in points, and then the ancillary overall points champion with over 100 points, which had never been done before in SCA. So we've got some excellent folks out there, man. We couldn't be more proud of them, and I definitely want them all to know that.
That's right.
John, I got to say, back to that layering video, man. I took your class, as we said before, and I can't stress that class enough. But that trailer video where you layer that on there, that really kind of put into perspective the layering technique of everything, and just, seeing it all blend together, and, holding it yay high at this and just going at it, and everything just layers right nicely together.
I think folks no, of course, Facebook's a wonderful tool, but you see people that comment, and, we felt like people were having a little trouble. I think, Ronald, and, people that go out there and cook and they don't hit their marks, they may be off on texture, they may be off on doneness or whatever, and they miss their mark. And the first thing they want to do is start messing with their rubs. Well, why? If your taste scores are great, leave your rubs alone. Find you a balanced flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stress this enough. Find a balanced flavor and stick with it. If you got it balanced and it's not hitting, then go one way or the other. If it's balanced, it's not too salty. It may need a little more bovine. May need a little bit more 38 special in that blend. But whatever, take your balanced flavors and get it there. And then your taste score's done. You ain't got to worry about that anymore. Let us worry about your flavor profile. Let us worry about your taste score. We done that. We took care of all that right here. All you got to do is layer the flavors, get it on there, and then start learning to cook that steak and hit your doneness and your texture scores. And there's some things out there that you can do to help that too. And then you start walking. And you can ask Will Howard how that works. He was on here tonight, tied me for first place win in Searcy, Arkansas. Ask Jim Hudgens. He's on here. Ask Jana Mays. She's right here. Connie Stiegel's on here tonight. These are first place winners using. Jason Rackley's on here. Nothing but the Arkassippi combo. I can't stress enough. The flavors are there. The balance is there. Learn the other parts of this stuff. Let the rub take care of itself. I think that, and Ronald, I may be going overboard, but here's the deal. I think folks think there's a trick to this. Then there's no trick. It's just like I said in that video, Jake. Layer it on. This is the way we do it. We hold it up this high. We put it on. We let it set. We go cook our steak and hit your mark. Keep it simple.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
John,
basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to hit that judge to where that you're not trying to turn him away because of the taste.
Right.
That's the main thing to keep in mind, that, too much salt, too much this will basically get you a bad score. But if it's a blend, correctly, then, you're gonna normally get a good score, because you're always going to have we all do. We all get, knocked down every once in a while, and that's what keeps us coming back week after week.
Yeah,
absolutely. I got to say, one of my favorite things of the weekend when you guys are competing is seeing, you guys go live at a competition and seeing who all is there, seeing, all the fun stuff like that, because I kind of feel like I'm there. Have you ever, and this might be something that might be coming out here since you guys got a YouTube channel, thought about doing vlogs or anything like that, of showing, getting ready for a competition and what's like at a competition and, afterward?
Ronald?
Well, that's a great idea, actually. John and I have talked about some preliminary deals to kind of help people out to get ready for an SCA event, because we know we get a lot of questions from people that are on the fence thinking about joining the SCA, and obviously they're asking, what do I need to do? How do I need to set up and things like that? So John and I have talked about some of that, kind of like that SCA 101 thing, to kind of get you set up and the way that we do things, and And typically, if you look at everybody's setup, it's basically the same. You got a grill and a table, and you got all your accessories on it, because so we've definitely talked about that, and that's a great idea. Those live, when we go live at those events, man, it, like you said, it just shows you the camaraderie. And one thing I want to make sure I stress on this show tonight is that Ken and Britt have given us a great platform. They don't take enough credit for it. And I think they are tracking it some now, because they did put a video out last year about all the many charities that SCA has helped. Mm-hmm. It's not just us out there cooking a steak. It's raising money. And I can tell you from a personal standpoint, the one that we put on in Boonville, Mississippi was in honor and memory of our grandson that passed away at birth. We raised $26,000 at a one-day steak event. Wow. For Le Bonheur Children's Hospital.
Awesome.
Now, during a pandemic, the SCA platform was the only way we could have ever raised that kind of money.
Right.
Wow.
So I want to give a shout out to the SCA family. Number one, you hear that a lot. And to Ken and Britt, because those guys have given us a great platform, and it serves a great purpose for charities. And really and truly, to me, that's the big thing, being able to help kids, help people that needs help, families, and great organizations, Lions Clubs, civic clubs, all of those. Man, that's the meat and potatoes right there for me.
100%. Absolutely. That's what I said I love most about barbecue in this community is you can easily give back by doing what you love. Yep, all these sports guys can raise money, all the race car drivers can raise money, but we get to go cook for a local charity or a church function or anything like that, and we get to do what we love, as our passion, as our hobby, and to get to serve the community and all. And it's what I love about this sport and this hobby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you hit something there just a minute ago. And of course, me and Ronald loves to go live at these competitions. We're starting to play. We're shooting video to do small snippets in our show. Like we have the pre-show, it starts at 7:15 on Monday night. And so, we can do a 4 or 5 minute clip there. We had Ashley Henson and Robert Collum on there on a little interview Ronald done with them at Mark Lambert's place over there. And it kind of, I watched that and I thought it brings us right in there. And Ashley and them, Ashley and Rob both, they do an excellent job on camera. Ashley, that was the first whole hog event in the nation, and so I was watching that all day at work because he was going live over there, and I couldn't be there, but I was happy he was doing it, and so we love doing that. We feel like it brings people in. Now, the YouTube channel though was something that me and Ronald actually started to do first. But we didn't even think about Facebook at first. We were just going to shoot videos and put some YouTube stuff out. Mm-hmm. Ronald, I would suffice to say, if we had went that way, we probably wouldn't be anywhere near where we're at now.
No.
But the Facebook, because of the Facebook Lives and everything that you can do with StreamYard or whatever now, we can talk with. I don't know how many, we get 11, 12,000 views a week now on the show. And we're talking to our friends and our family. It's just like having a conversation and we love it. And it's as fun for me and Ronald as it is for people to, I'm sure for other people to watch it. But I do want to plug the YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
That came out Sunday. And we're trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark as quick as we can. I know Connie Stiegel helped us to get a giveaway. If you will go to that YouTube channel and subscribe between now and Sunday, then we're going to be doing a giveaway. There it is right there. We start out with 0, of course. We got 114,000 subscribers, or 114 subscribers.
114,000.
Hey, we're there.
But anyway, we've only got a few videos. You have to kind of get 3 videos up for it to be able to be searchable and ready. So we've got that out. Me and Ronald's actually going to take the weekend. We're going to be shooting a bunch of video this weekend. We've got some more coming out. We're going to try to put new content out every week, a full length one. 5 to 7 minutes.
That's a
It
good
will
time.
be our full video, and then we will try to do some short stuff and drop some things. We'll drop our show on there, and then we'll also have some shorter things that we will do that'll go on there also. But we couldn't tell you how happy we are to have that, but we need subscribers. Please go subscribe if you will. That's the big thing right now, is growing that YouTube channel so we can have a presence to be able to get our team out there, and we're going to do it through that YouTube platform. So
I'll tell you what, I think I got your first viral YouTube video right here. I mean, there's this.
There we go.
Yeah, you're gonna get to see Chris Barber just totally just chicken out on me. We're talking about chicken. You know, he chickened out on me there.
They're doing the Arkassippi Shuffle right here on TikTok. Here we go, Arkassippi Shuffle. And so, and Barber walks away. He was really ready. He oh man, we love him though.
Yeah, we got to do an encore. We got to do an encore of that and get that right.
That was for Carol Curtis and who was it for, Ronald? Candace and Carol. That was for Candace and Carol.
Yeah, that was Candace and Carol there. Yeah, I hate Barber disappointing them, man. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we don't got a lot of time left. We got 2 more giveaways to go there, man.
Yeah.
I haven't. Dave, you thought of a question yet, other than the one we're thinking about? Have you got any ideas?
No, I was just solid on our question, but I mean, I'm sure we can think of something.
I've got a question if y'all are ready for my.
Go ahead, man. I wasn't expecting this.
So we call this the Arkassippi barbecue combo. And of course, if you've ever tried Ronald's rib rub, it's an awesome rub. Got that sweet heat, great on ribs. The all queued up go-to barbecue rub. The way we layer this, I layer this down first with a real light coat. Let it set about 15 minutes. Come back over the top of it with that rib rub. Put you the color on it. Good layer of flavors. Arkassippi barbecue combo. We'll give this away tonight. The first person that chimes in and gets this question correctly. We've asked this one before, but we're going to ask it again. Tell us when are you guys kind of stay back off the keyboard now. Give us just a second here. It's clearing out. All right.
Pretty good.
So, one of the sponsors of our show is Townsend Spice and Supply. Everybody knows Townsend Spice and Supply. They do our rubs. They bottle it, mix it, do everything for us. And everybody knows it's in Melbourne, Arkansas. But there's 2 owners of Townsend Spice and Supply. Name one of them.
Oh man.
Why you ain't worried about, Jake? You ain't guessing.
I know, but I know these answers though.
One owner of Townsend Spice and Supply.
Angel got it.
Angel Todd.
Angel
got both of them. Yeah.
There you go,
Overachiever.
By the way, I can't say enough about Angel Todd. She's always sweet. She's always right on the money, anything she does. Angel, so good to see you on here supporting us tonight. You just won yourself the Arkassippi barbecue combo, girl.
Look at that.
Exactly.
Yeah, her and Keith, they're both such great people, man. I'm so happy every time I go to a competition and see them. Nothing against Tim, but man, those two, they're awesome team.
Very good people.
They are.
I mean, Dave and I go up to a competition just to hang out on a Friday night, and Keith's like, "What are you guys doing?" We said hanging out. He goes, "Just come give us a hand and cut steaks." So we got to go back behind the scenes and watch them cut steaks and help out and be a part of it. And they're awesome people.
Jake got a workout running up and down the steps.
Dude, that was miserable, man. There was 3 flights of stairs I had to run up and down. I was wearing a sweatshirt. It was hot, and it was not I was dying. I was dripping by the end. It was over. So, oh, man. Well, Dave, you want to do ours here real quick?
Yeah, we'll do ours. Bring it in. What we got, Jake?
All right. We're giving away a thermopop like we've said we were going to do the past couple of weeks here.
We figured it was a good time since they were giving away. We'll give away. But our question is, think way back, peeps. Who was the first guest we had on QChat?
Ooh.
Yeah, this will be interesting. I'm curious to see who gets this.
I'm curious too. Might comment myself if no one does. I'll give him about another 30 seconds.
This is a tough one. Nope. Gary said Faye. Wasn't Michael Faye. Rich Payne. Nope. Wasn't Rich.
Mark Lambert. I wish.
We'd love to have Mark Lambert come on here. It wasn't John Lindsey. It wasn't Michael Faye. Dude, this was a tough one.
This is a tough one.
Wow.
Show how true of fans we got here.
For real. Charles. No.
It was back whenever we were on Zoom, man. Speaking of, great people, Rick Manzi's dominating with your all's product as well.
Yeah.
Sure
is.
Yes.
Rick Manzi, I've been watching him. He's doing
awesome. Your parents,
Mike Steele. We haven't had Mike Steele on yet. We need to, too.
Yeah.
I got to get with you about that, John. I'd love to have him come on here to the show sometime and talk, but he does his show right after ours.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I think I could probably persuade Mike Steele to come on. And he'd probably be tickled to death to come on, promote Barbecue Champs. He's doing an awesome job.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no one's got it right, though. But let me tell you, Chris Gossman, the day I get Joe Rogan on the show, you think I shut down when we get barbecue celebrities on here. You just wait until I get on there. Man, we're going to be talking about aliens, doing all kinds of stuff real quick. Wasn't Andrew, wasn't Shay. Man, this is tough.
Yeah, we might have to do another question.
You may have to ask another question.
I know. That's kind of who I had. Cosmos Q, we got to get him on here, but we're talking about a hottie toddy Arkassippi combo here tonight, not Cosmo. So,
well,
geez,
while everybody's chiming in, did you get it?
Angel got it.
Angel got it.
There you go,
Angel.
She looked it up. She looked it up, didn't she?
Hey, she did her homework. That's good.
Yeah.
Angel's a big winner tonight.
Yeah, she did her homework. That's good.
Big winner.
I do want to say, if we don't mind just a minute, one of our team members, Shane Snyder, I saw just before I came on here, had lost his aunt, had passed away, very close to her, his Aunt Jackie. And if you guys would remember Shane Snyder, his family, he's one of our Texas cooks and one of the best guys you'll ever meet. My heart goes out to him and thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep,
yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, Tyler's probably the only person who knew the answer.
So we put out that we were going to have a pretty good size announcement on here tonight. See, we've done everything we could to give you a boost on here tonight. We're doing the giveaways. We wanted y'all to have a good.
We've never seen some of these people. Some of these numbers on here. It's incredible.
We appreciate it.
You guys, Ronald, me and you've talked about these guys have one of the best shows out there, and it's our honor to be on with you tonight. I want you to know that, and thank you for allowing us to come, and thank you for wearing them Arkassippi hats.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. We love them.
So we've got one big announcement, and I'm going to say two things, and actually, Ronald don't even know I'm going to announce all. He'll go with the flow once we get going here.
Like I said, this kind of feels just like you, Chet. Me
and Ronald worked with each other long enough to know that we just know how to bounce off, don't we, Ronald?
That's right, exactly.
But he did mention just a few minutes ago that Arkassippi's got some big things going. We are going to do this starting probably right after the World Championship, and then you're going to hear it here on Q Chat first. We are taking the Arkassippi Smoke live on the road, and we're going to have the Arkassippi Smoke Live Road Show.
Nice.
Nice.
And we're going on board. We've actually got 3 or 4 grill stores and some places that we've already been talking to about booking that. It's going to be instructional. We won't give you all the curriculum right now, but it will be geared toward SCA. It'll be very instructional. It'll be geared toward ancillary too, and backyard. And it's going to be a fun time. Arkassippi Smoke Live Road Show. And we're excited and thrilled to death. We'll be having some of our team members out there with us, letting everybody know who they are. And the people that we've contacted to do this already have absolutely just jumped on this and got behind us 110%. And we've got people that's looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to being there. Ronald, that's all I'm going to say about it right now. What do you think? Better stop right there.
Yeah, John, like that's kind of what I alluded to first, that we had a lot of things coming down the pipe, and we're looking forward to just continue to get out there and help people. And, John and I are talking about several different things of how we could help people more and how we could do that. And just stay tuned. We may announce something else pretty soon.
So can you guys talk about a little bit where you're gonna, be taking this? Is it going to be more around your all's area, within a couple day travel, or should we plug you with Mason Dixon barbecue services about 15 minutes from my house and see if you want to go there?
I will say this right now. I think Ronald will vouch for it. We've got some areas, but we just can't say where right now. We got some people we're talking to. Is it close? Well, some of it is, some of it's not. But we're going to go. The people that's carrying our product, that's backed us. We want to go out there and support them, and be a part of what they're doing. Also, we're going to take the cameras out. We're going to shoot videos too. Right live at the stores, different things, and it's really going to be a big deal. It's going to be fun, and again, we're going to gear this toward SCA. The goal is to help the cooks get better at cooking SCA competition, and there's ways that we're going to do that. Now, I've got a steak class online with Barbecue Champs Academy. I'm not going out there and giving my steak class. That's not what that. But this is now Ronald. He's got things that he's going to do. We're going to gear this towards steak, and we're going to do a lot of things about that. But this is going to be those top secret things that get you over the top.
Yeah.
Not just in the ballpark, but helps you get over the top at SCA competitions where you're cooking ancillary, where you're cooking steak, all the way around. We got a big curriculum, and we'll let all that out before we know. But it's going to be some things you won't get anywhere else, and it's going to be fun. And
yeah, a lot about layering those flavors, right?
Right. We'll show you right how to layer them flavors real quick. But also we'll show you how to grab another rub off the shelf and layer the Arkassippi combo right there with a Mark Lambert rub, right there with a Big Jim Hudgens steak rub, and whatever. So we're going to show you the versatility, and we're going to show you how to develop your competition strategies and get you over that top. I think it's going to be a fun time, and we're excited.
I'll tune in. That's for sure.
We're going to be taking it on the road, and we'll have certain amount of people that we'll allow to be there in the class, and
awesome.
And then we're going to have a pretty big deal. So we're excited about it. Very excited. So I better stop right there, Ronald. I better let all the cat out of the bag.
So we're coming up here, wrapping up on an hour. You guys talk. That's a huge deal. Your guys' road show, the YouTube channel, 2021, 2020 was amazing for you all. Kind of, it was a little bit of a twist and turn there. What are y'all's plans for 2021 if everything kind of goes smoothly?
Well, for us, and I think John and we've talked about it too. I cooked 60 contests last year. Melissa and I traveled just almost everywhere almost. This year, we're gonna do these things with our show, and there are so many opportunities out there to cook right now. That's probably 3, 4, 5 hours from our home. That those are the ones that we're really going to focus on. Now, there's a few contests out there that we really enjoyed cooking last year that we're definitely going to try to go back to them this year. And but I would dare say not that I probably won't cook 60 contests this year. But who knows? Hey, who knows? It's early, right?
Yep, exactly.
Well, with the changes with the SCA points chase and all that, 15 competitions, you're in the running for the points. You just got to hit them hard. And so we're going to be doing that. And also we're going to be out there building a brand this year. We're instead of chasing points all across the country, unless we start really nailing it, knocking it out of the park, we're going to be doing that, but we're also going to be building a brand and building a team and building up our team. And so we're excited about that.
Definitely. Definitely.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We're so excited for you guys, and we love both of you and watching both of you, and everything you all do for the SCA community, and it's we so honored to have you two on here tonight.
Man, we appreciate it more than you know, brother. Y'all keep the good work up, and we certainly enjoy tuning in to enjoy y'all's show. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arkassippi Nation. Thanks, Jake, Dave, and you chat folks. So good to have you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're gonna sign off here. John, Ronald, make sure you guys don't sign off because we're gonna figure out a way to get you guys on iTunes and Spotify like we are here. And but we'll see everyone next week. Angel, I'll have to get with you and get your address. And John, are you gonna take care of the other two?
We'll take care of it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're gonna get them out in the mail tomorrow. Sure.
All right, sounds good. We will see you all next week.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.